Hello, welcome to Nightmares versus Newcastle. I am Luke Derrick.
I am Laura Dale.
And we will be your commentators for today.
For her.
Nightmares with quite a reduced team, missing Jackson and Kai and James and Sam. Newcastle with Jono and Eleanor moving over to the Valkyries. Have quite a new squad. But with James Hosford leading them and George, they should have a good possibility of winning this game. Nightmares don't really have that many subs, so we'll see how this goes.
Okay. And the
False start
being
from
called.
Maddie, but because she didn't keep moving forward, that's fine.
Koffel comes out here.
Yep, knocked it off Sherry, but
Looks
managed
like
to keep it in.
A nice kick back to the chaser there.
Never picked it up, so it's not a reset used.
Koffel goes to Gunny.
Bludgers to Newcastle.
Excuse me.
From Brooms up. Harry pushing in, trying to allow Gunny the shot. Gunny does very much like the shot in the far right hoop. If Newcastle was smart, they would be looking for that. That is exactly what Gunny wants right now. Just wants the shot there. Yep, there we go.
Beautiful, pops it straight in.
Newcastle need to be more aggressive than that if they're going to be successful. Newcastle walking up with James Hosford having the ball. Going for a very clearly...
The Texas with the bludgers happening as well.
Most teams nowadays opt for the 1.5 to be a bit more subtle, running up with the bludger and then going to the 1.5. However, George is just going to get beat on the arm. With the Koffel mistiming with the bludgers, it's not going to be very successful.
Good pressure from Trish there. Chaser gets beat.
That was just a bit of an experience there. Harry's going to try and run here onto this 1.5.
Gunny takes the Koffel again.
Harry misses the beat. Goes for the tackle, with the Newcastle beater just letting him tackle him. And with George worrying too much about the bludger, actually managed to block the shot.
Yeah. Excellent beater play there.
But if Newcastle got the ball...
Well, that's a reset being used.
Yep, that'll be the reset used. So that was quite a lucky save for Newcastle, considering how badly they played that.
A nice little scramble from Nightmares as well to get that Koffel back.
Yeah, that beater really just needs to beat Harry to give them a bit more room. Harry doing the right thing there, and Nightmares just not being able to combat.
So, you come in a little bit closer. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. So we're hoping this is a good angle.
Nightmares being a very slow team today.
Missed beat might be
a lot of time. Tom's going to try for the shot here. Being forced to pass off by a good beat.
Quite a long pass. Still in the game.
They really need a press here.
Look, Gunny is driving in with the Koffel.
Shot will be on.
Yeah. Whoop. Very smart patience there by Gunny. Nightmares have possession of the bludgers. It's a bit confusing, hey?
Just teaching an assistant ref how to ref.
That was so mean. We love Julia.
Newcastle are going to have to be a bit more decisive if they plan on winning this game.
Hoss sending a loopy shot to a chaser who gets shut down by a tackle.
I very much think that was a helpless receiver. Cool.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But Gary not seeing it that way. So I feel like Gunny was quite lucky to get away without a red card there.
Yeah, it might have been a bit early here.
She definitely got hit before she got her feet established. Tom's going to drive in here. George has to just go to it.
Is that a shot? No.
I feel like that was a pass, just a bit of a loopy one.
Yeah. Nightmares still have the Koffel out the back, sending it back up to Gunny.
Nightmares mainly winning on second chance points and speed here.
And the
George is going to allow Harry to tackle him here.
The Nightmares are Texasing here. Ooh.
Harry getting beat there. George.
Tom driving in for a failed shot, unfortunately.
Seems like the Nightmares are mainly trying to attack through the front, passing it back when necessary.
Nightmares maintaining possession of the bludgers there.
Waffle reset to the keeper. The current score is 20 points to the Nightmares, 0 points to Newcastle. Newcastle, as I said before, need to be more aggressive, using their players and using their beaters and chasers in the same way, and the same timing. Sorry.
Oh, good. Just gonna take a step back. In my ear.
Just gauging the sound.
Oh, my arm's getting sore. Need to work out.
It's a misbeat there from Newcastle. George managed to save things there, and Hosford puts it in.
Yeah. Nice goal by Hosford there.
Nightmares
Oh, Gunny's
should
picked it up
score
and he's
this.
sprinting, fast
Yep,
break
they're
in,
gonna score here.
and he puts it in. Very, very smart, clever play by Gunny there.
Yeah. Nightmares seem to be winning a lot on speed right now, picking up the second chance quaffle points and running the fast breaks. Newcastle a bigger team physicality wise, but in terms of speed are not the best.
Not as much as Nightmares anyway.
No.
Newcastle tends to do a lot of the alley-oop plays behind hoops.
Yes. Again, one of the Newcastle beaters went there without the chaser. So Harry now has free
Oh, a
rein
beat
to do
on
whatever he
George.
wants. Missed pass there.
Quaffle going just out of bounds. Oh, still in the bounds. I think that was called a... Oh, other one was beat. Okay, Alex takes that quaffle and runs it up.
Probably going to lay it off to Sarah here.
Yeah, lays off to Sarah, who
Good.
pops it in. Excellent shot by Sarah there. Really nice play by those two girls.
That shows that you don't have to pass off once contact's made. As soon as you draw that player in, you can just pass it off as Alex did.
Yeah.
Didn't wait for that contact, just made the smart pass, and Sarah had a clear enough goal.
Yeah, really clever play. Bless you.
What should happen here is that Newcastle should, with the more subs, get stronger later into the game. Especially with Nightmares playing such a fast pace.
Oh, good beat by Harry there. And Nightmares, bit of a scramble. Nightmares do manage to get the quaffle. Double turnover there with the quaffle, and the chasers running in. A missed beat. Good hustle by Harry there, but unfortunately didn't make that long beat. Did they score?
No, so it was a missed beat and a missed goal.
Okay. So it
Wasn't a
out.
bad option. I feel like that should have been a drive a bit more. Really, people need to back themselves a little bit more, really get their ball through the hoop as opposed to just taking the shot. But Newcastle, they're using a bit of speed and a bit of smarts to get that quaffle.
Especially some of their newer players playing a bit of a faster game to the traditional Newcastle offense.
Exactly. And that is how Newcastle win this, is actually playing Nightmares' speed and tiring them out. Gunny doesn't have a sub, Harry doesn't have a sub.
Ooh, nice pass off by Tom there. Ball comes back to Gunny.
George is misbeat.
And Gunny pops it in again. Beautiful. So it's looking like Nightmares have possession at the moment of the bludgers.
Yep, Nightmares maintain position with Maddie running up there.
We've got Josh from Newcastle sprinting up the back.
Bit of speed
Could be
and
an
a bit of
option.
size there.
Yeah, it could be an option for a nice alley, which they're going for. And unfortunately, he is beat behind the hoops.
Especially with Harry and Maddie there.
And the pass fell a bit short
loopy
too.
ball
Yeah,
won't really work as well. It needs to be a bit of a faster pace.
yeah. I think a little bit of more patience could have been executed then. Yeah, definitely not a bad option. Especially because, as you said, Josh does have excellent height and quite a bit of speed as well.
Yes.
Could be a real asset to their team, actually.
Yeah, leaving a lot of work for him to do, passing it back to him so far behind
Yes,
the hoops.
absolutely. Excuse me.
I'm incredibly healthy
Ooh,
right
bludger
now.
goes up in the air.
Nightmares maintaining position. Gunny
Gunny beat. Ooh, it was a bit of a pass back
There was
there.
a bit of a pass after.
Okay, the Newcastle keeper, who I apologise, his name I do not know, is walking the quaffle up. David?
Dave.
We'll call him Dave.
His name's Dave.
Number 30.
I feel like
We
Newcastle's
have
struggling to get beaters there.
one Newcastle chaser floating behind the hoops, or a missed beat then might create an
Harry
opening.
still has a bludger.
Oh, I think he was nicked there. Okay. Definitely heard the nick. Gunny picks
George
up.
is going to have to run here
Gunny.
to get back in.
Oh, interesting. I thought he was going to sprint that.
George had a bludger back here and managed to get back in
yes.
on time. I
True.
would have run that, but
Yeah, with one bludger you can definitely run to an offload there.
it doesn't seem like they trust the receivers as much.
And Tom passes off to Sarah.
Definitely
an
trusting
excellent goal.
Sarah though, which is really
Yeah.
good to see. She has the height to really
Yeah, excellent
dominate.
high passing there. Really,
Yes.
really well executed.
It's good to see Nightmares attacking a one bludger defense.
Yes, yeah.
As opposed to just waiting for the bludger to be removed.
Yeah.
It's really nice and proactive for them to see, especially with their
Ooh.
beaters not having many subs.
Josh is running around the back again. He is being man-marked by another chaser.
And see the classic Nightmares / Used defense. Wing chaser
looks
marks
like he's
here
gonna
and wing
sprint in.
chaser marks there.
Oh, that was... Unfortunately, a failed beat meant that the keeper was able to pop that one in then.
Yeah, very smart finish there.
Yeah, really, really good patience. with that
Newcastle
ball.
has a bludger out on the left, as you can see, but Nightmares plan on Yep, Nightmares are able to maintain control from that.
Yep.
Unfortunately, George wasn't able to support with the pressure from the Nightmares chasers.
Yeah, he has to be back there, doesn't he?
Yes, exactly. Newcastle just outside of range now, 60-20.
Do you mean Nightmares outside of range?
Yes, Nightmares. That's, oh, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, cool. Good beat by
This
George
should
there.
be a goal here.
Newcastle keeper Dave, we're going to call him, running it up.
And misses. With a bad
Unfortunate
shot.
miss, but he's got that ball back and he popped.
Bad shot again.
He misses again. Very unfortunate there. Good beat by Harry there. Save them a possible turnover. It's quite good defense by the Nightmares there. Everyone managed to get back in time.
Gunny getting back quick enough,
Yeah.
with Kate following closely behind, enough to pressure Dave into the shot. This should be
A really good goal there by the Nightmares chaser.
nice and clean. The Nightmares chasers behind are threatening enough, especially from the pass plays, that George really has to watch them.
Yeah.
So George is sitting further back on the hoops, which allows the front attack to be more successful for the Nightmares.
Yeah.
And it brings
Pause
down.
it.
La-di-da-di.
Pause for the brimstone.
La-di-da-di.
He's hungover.
Harry Jones there just declaring that he's hungover.
So we just
after
had a timeout. I don't know which team called it. Probably actually Newcastle because they've got the quaffle.
Yes.
Must have called that one.
Otherwise, that would have been an interesting play.
A bit of an illegal timeout, possibly.
A bit of illegal timeout.
Illegal timeout.
Illegal timeout. New and Newcastle players taking the field now, which is always good to see.
Nightmares setting an interesting defense here. Their wings are man marking while
This is what I noted before. Sanj out here is on a chaser, and Kate out here is on another chaser. Interesting. Take the shot.
it's tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, take it.
Just because the beaters are. That is a very long shot from there. Oh, beat the broom out. Look at that. Ooh, long pass. No. I think that could have even been beat
It wasn't
before.
a bad decision. I think the first chaser should have moved forward a bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a bit more analysis than commentating. Should
That's how you'd
probably
That's
stop-
how you'd analyse, though.
probably stop critiquing.
So that's how you
people.
commentate. Yeah, maybe don't critique people.
What a great play by everyone. I'm gonna do a joke.
Just to
from,
clarify, these are
UTS
great
impression.
plays, and the ones that aren't working are great attempts. Luke just believes that everyone can always be better,
Oh my god.
including himself, so it's fine.
Make me sound like a douchebag.
You're not a douchebag. You just like competitive sport.
Newcastle setting up for a Baylor defense here. Stopping the shots.
I was just about safe.
Very well played there.
Beautiful, another excellent goal.
Newcastle really not watching the back option.
Who put that one in? Was that the
That was Trish.
chaser? Oh, it was Trish. Beautiful play by Trish.
Newcastle playing a Baylor defense, but playing a very set Baylor defense with their feet down. This means that they're not going to be very agile when moving around the hoops, and especially the movement behind the hoops allows the Nightmares chasers to be very free without any Newcastle pressure.
The chasers swinging the quaffle out to the right here from Newcastle. Oh, a lot of beats going on there.
Get in there, Alex.
I'm gonna pause this, then we'll let you know what happens.
Pausey pause.
And we're
Newcastle
back.
Getting control there from the confused beat call. Harry Jones ended up being beat by him.
I don't think any cards were delivered then. Newcastle Texasing again. Oh, interesting attempt to push him out of the bounds there. Was very close. The loopy pass goes back to the Nightmares.
Good aggressive play by
Gunny's
Harry
going to
again.
run this, I think. Yep, Gunny running that quaffle up. And he pops it in.
Good contact by Dave, but Gunny manages to spin out enough to shoot it through.
Gunny, more like runny. Oh, you
I have ruined your sense of humour.
have, and I hate it. He has to pass that? Yep.
Press the ball. A lot of pressure by Tom. here,
Oh,
trying
very
to-
high pressure actually. And he manages to get that ball back.
Because I am sick.
Because you are thirsty.
Ugh.
You are thirsty, boy.
It's really good to see Newcastle picking up some new players,
Yeah.
bringing new blood into the
Yeah,
team.
it's really good. Hoss still becoming quite a vital.
She should be stopped.
Yeah, she manages to get the ball out. Nice, beautiful pass actually to Tom, who pops it in over Hoss.
I feel like popping it in there is a bit of an understatement to what just happened. But
Dunk.
faked and then nice and stylistically jumped past him and dunked it straight through the hoop with emphasis.
Dunk.
It's good. Nice clean play. Newcastle sticking to their guns and trying the same style of play. Hasn't seemed to be working for them. Harry trying his patented under the foot.
Oh, that was borderline, but Gunny intercepts it regardless and is going to probably run this one. Yeah, running this one straight through. Ooh.
I feel like Hosford...
Is that a pass?
I think that was an attempted shot by Gunny. I think Hosford tapped him and pulled his arm before Hosford was mounted.
Very smart.
Which I feel...
If that was the case, an excellent pickup then.
To be the call from the ARs, or might be a beta thing. But it looked like Hosford wasn't mounted before he grabbed Sonny, but Tom cleaned it up anyway.
Right. Interesting. Yeah, it was a nice clean up actually. Just shows how important it is for to have support on that offense.
I agree. We're going to pause this? Or?
Yeah.
Probably.
So they're sort of centered.
Okay. I am not as good a cameraman as Laura is.
No, you got it. Oh, okay. So
the Newcastle player?
There.
Okay, so that's just a back to hoops on the Newcastle beater for calling immunity when he didn't have it. The high press from the Nightmares is able and enabled by the Bludgers.
Yeah. Ooh, good pressure by Trish on that quaffle, nearly pushing him past the halfway mark.
Again, the Newcastle beaters going out of time with the Newcastle Chasers.
We've got Chaser running up the right side there. Ooh.
Newcastle Chasers having to go now.
I believe Trish managed to strip that one actually.
Safe call on Gunny.
Gunny running it through again.
Gonna run it through.
Oh, runs around the back and goes for a pass, which is picked up by Tom and put in.
And is put through.
I think Gunny probably should have gone himself on that one. Not to discourage passing plays, but I think he could have backed himself to finish that one off.
I would agree with that.
Not as loud as you, so I'm gonna get real creepy close.
Cool. Glad they can hear this.
Me too.
Newcastle opting to beat out the point chaser. Not a bad option, but definitely the Newcastle beaters right now seem quite inexperienced, and they're not managing or even really threatening to take control.
Yeah, I feel like Nightmares have...
that was a good play.
Nice pass.
And an unlucky shot, but that was probably the closest.
If they had a chaser behind, that probably could have been cleaned up quite nicely, actually, because the shot just went a little bit high. But definitely not a bad play from the Newcastle Chasers, especially considering there were the two Bludgers.
Probably the most threatening they've looked all game.
Yeah, I agree. Smart passing by Hoss there.
Agreed.
Sarah passing off to Alex, who unfortunately just shoots
cleaned up by
high.
Tom.
Tom is excellent with his clean-up plays, actually. It's where he really shines.
As I said at the start,
finishing around hoops.
Nightmares really seem to be thriving off their speed and the clean-up plays. They've had a lot more second chance points.
Absolutely.
Newcastle seem to really not be able to pick up the ball if they've lost it, whereas Nightmares have probably scored, they're at 130 now, 120, 130. I reckon they've scored almost half their points off second chance pickups and clean-ups. And that's the effort that people like Tom and Gunny and Sarah and Alex are putting in to that offensive play.
And it could also come down to a bit of a communication issue. From Newcastle with whose job it is
to clean up.
All should really be running for it realistically. Whose job it is to be sort of watching who and cleaning up which plays.
Good threaten.
Oh, nice. Decent pass off there.
Alex is quite a good new chaser from Newcastle.
Gunny has the quaffle and he's going to run it up the left side. George does have a bludger threatening in the middle there on Newcastle. Newcastle nearly managed to... Oh!
That was very smart by Harry, wasting one of the bludgers.
Newcastle are going to get possession off of this, but that was a good delay.
Snitch is on, but we're going to focus on the quaff.
Yeah. I'll commentate Snitch if you like. Sure. If anything significant happens. We've got the Nightmares Seeker going for it currently, the Newcastle Seeker getting in there as well.
Good beats there on Sarah. It's quite a high tackle by Alex, but it's allowed.
Both of the girls are sort of going for the same technique here, trying to catch the Snitch. a lot of only using one arm and sort of trying to get around the side, which is, I mean, it's hard with Ashan because he's quite long, yes, so, and his arms are quite long, so he can sort of position his body far back enough.
Now with Newcastle having bludgers, they're going again for the 1.5. James Hossard will be looking for the pass to Alex.
He runs through the Snitch game.
George running into Maddie.
Oh, Sarah goes for a tackle there.
Sorry, camera.
Shirt grab. I'm not sure why Newcastle isn't beating out the speaker here.
Inexperienced new.
Yeah, possibly. It is a lot to look for, I suppose.
Very lucky save there.
Newcastle picking up both their bludgers, preventing that fast break from Gunny.
Newcastle going for the catch, even though they're down 100 points.
They've put on Josh, who's quite tall. Might have the length to be able to get around Ashan.
Harry deciding to beat Josh.
Who did sort of run into him. Oh, very unfortunate there. I hope he's alright.
We are going to stop the recording for honour purposes. AJ, what do you think of the game so far?
I think there could be some more goals. Some more alleys. I haven't seen enough alleys.
Haven't seen enough alleys?
Sarah to Alex. Alex to Sarah was beautiful.
That was really good.
Like, yes.
The alley was fantastic, but like in general more alleys.
You want more?
Yeah.
You want like every second goal or like every goal?
Why would you have every second goal when you have every goal?
It's really This has got your whole face in shade.
Oh no, it's just teeth.
It's just teeth.
Just eyes and teeth.
Eyes, no, not even your eyes really, just the teeth. And back to the game. Good impromptu interview there with Mr. Ajantha Abey.
Short interview.
Abey is how you say it.
It would be
or
nice to see
Abey, as other people like to say it. I think Abey is the...
I like a panther.
A panther? Ajantha a panther.
A panther, a pea.
It's good.
I like that one.
It's got a solid P-A-N-T-A-H.
A panther, a pea.
So David, they're replacing the injured Tom. If he's out for the day, that's quite a big injury.
That was very unfortunate. Like,
Very,
super
very unfortunate. Nothing intentional there.
Josh going back in for the snitch. Nearly sneaks around the side there. He has a tendency to start swinging his arms and stop running forward. Oh, that was very close.
Goal should be here by Newcastle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, an excellent step by the new Newcastle chaser there.
Good job, Alex!
Yeah,
Alex, they're giving us a wave. And
we got a
clean
catch from Josh
snitch
on the
catch.
ground.
Might have managed to catch that, might have not.
It's hard to judge off of the ref's reaction here. Yeah, really beautiful goal to end on for Newcastle there.
I'm glad they got that goal before they caught.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be a clean catch. Gary checking with the other ARs.
Yep, game's been called good. The final score is 120 points to Nightmares and 60 points to Newcastle with the snitch catch.
So yeah, end of the game. Good game. Pretty chill.
Very chill. There are no cards given out. Consider that a good game.
Yeah, cool. Well,
Excellent.
good to play.
It has been lovely.